So, Srinath, let me ask this question. So, I heard recently about Twilio also experimenting something with ChatGPT. Um, can you give us more thoughts on that?
Yeah, like many companies out there, I mean, every company is trying to innovate in the AI space. And one thing recently that Twilio has done is they have created their own the Chat GPT with by integrating Twilio APIs and the Chat GPT. One example which I can give when I was trying to experiment with that was, I mean, as you know, Twilio is a cloud communications company where customers can send. I mean, SMSs and make calls and all that stuff. So if you call basically that specific number, and when you ask a question, it'll automatically give responses. And I was trying to experiment, like for instance, oh, how is the weather today in Seattle? And it was giving me the complete weather report within a few seconds. And then when I asked follow-up questions, it was accordingly giving me the responses. So this was everything was happening through voice, where Artvilio has been a leader. So this was pretty interesting. I'm sure many customers probably would like to try that as well.
Yeah, that's true. So, if you think of like the expansion of ChatGPT, right? So, I know we were talking about it like few weeks back ago, Sidhu. So, ChatGPT is just a backend model, but the actual use cases that can be built on top will be extremely powerful for the industry. So let's take this example, right? I was looking at the Boston Dynamics as well. So Boston Dynamics recently integrated their the bot Spot, the dog-like robot, and then they integrated that with the Chat GPT so that they can have a conversation with them. So what do you think about that, Sidhu?
Yeah, I don't know like what purpose it serves, but I was thinking it's everybody's trying that out, right? Funny, so everybody's trying to link it with Chat GPT or any LLM and see how people react to it, and is there a use case to that and all of that, right? So uh, I feel that a lot of companies are experimenting, and recently I've seen Canva do that, where you can actually type a prompt and it creates slides, right? Any designs, social media designs for you. And there's also Grammarly, which recently integrated ChatGPT. So it looks like it's generating uh, responses to any LinkedIn posts and all of that stuff, right? So Grammarly used to correct what you write. Now it's automatically generating things for you. And there's also Notion, which is actually helping you do similar stuff, right? Where you can write notes using an AI assistant, also brainstorm ideas and all of that stuff. So and look at all the new launches that are coming up with these integrations, right? And every company and every news outlet there is like flooded with all these AI integrations for from all of these companies, right? It's pretty amazing.
And
That is true.
one thing which I've also read, I'm not sure if that's still in beta, like where within Apple devices, it reads messages in your own voice. You don't have to read through. So that was one thing which I've seen recently, but I don't know if that's still in prototype phase. So, but
It'll
I
be
don't know.
creepy for me. It'll be creepy for me, but it's reading in my own voice.
And I wouldn't
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
want to listen to my own voice, right? Even when I listen to the podcast recordings. Yeah, yeah. But there's also
Exactly.
another company. It's a podcast company, I guess. So what they did is they made Joe Rogan talk with Steve Jobs, and it's all AI generated. That was
Mm.
scary and also funny too, right? And I think there
Yeah.
could be times where you don't know what's real and what's actually generated through an AI, right?
But
Yep.
one thing I think many companies or like people have to keep in mind is, I know, I mean, as you said, funny, this is like the foundation, Chat GPT. But I think a lot of people are coming up with different use cases. But I don't know how much are like valid in real time. I mean, I think people are just going on very fast. I mean, it's good that we're innovating, but also I think it will be good for all companies and people who are doing thinking how it can be used in real time.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always
But I
believe
think we are
this.
in the learning phase.
Yeah, we are in a
Exactly.
learning
Go ahead,
phase. I
Sid.
always believe this, right? The biggest gift any product can have is pace and speed. No one can ever understand the complete market scenario and figure out how people are using it. Just build it, throw it out there, and see how people are using it, and that's when you'll learn the most.